What's going on, Salt Strong Nation? It's Matt in the Yak, and I'm back. I want to share another on the water report with you guys. Now, keep in mind, this insider report was shared with our insider community members. They do get exclusive access to all of the information about this trip, including where we were and all of the exact details on the tackle and equipment used on this trip. Now, I do want to share with you guys the trends that we found while we were on the water, but if you stick around to the end, we will talk a little bit about tackle, but let's go ahead and get into this on the water footage. I'm on. Yep, that's a red. Yeah. Let's go. Y'all, we ain't been fishing 5 minutes. Boyd and I doubled up. I think this is a trout, dude. I think this is a monster trout.
It is. It's gonna be a big one.
It is. It's a monster trout. It's a trout.
It better be a 30 inches when he's fighting.
It's a good one, but it ain't no 30 incher. Yeah, he's over 20. All right, y'all. I don't know if it's too dark to see or not, but we got our first fish. Really nice trout right here. Probably about a 22-inch trout. He nailed that baby trout skitter walk. Crushed it. All right. Beautiful fish to start. All right, y'all. Let this nice trout go. There he goes. Sweet. Nice way to start with a double up for Boyd and I. Now we got to get Joey one. We'll all be on the board. What's going on, Salt Strong family? It's Matt in the Yak, and I got my 8 rods in the back. I'm out here in my home waters here in Panacea, Florida, and I'm finally able to get back on the water here in my area. I'm here with a couple members, Boyd and Joey, and the 3 of us, we're gonna get out here, see if we can find some of these redfish. We're gonna see if we can find them cruising around these grass lines in a spring pattern. We got a high tide first thing this morning. It's gonna be falling fast, but we got a south wind, and there could be a front and maybe some rainstorms moving in today, but we're gonna keep our eye on the weather, these clouds, maybe see if we can get some fish between some of this wet stuff. So we'll see how it goes. It may be a tough day with these pressure systems, but we'll just have to keep moving and get it done. We'll see how we do. Fish bump. All right, Salt Strong family, you know I started this morning with the wake bait. That was the first thing I threw at this shoreline. But after a few throws, I wasn't getting a response, so I went subsurface with the Fred Mulligan. And it turns out that was exactly what they were looking for. Check this out. We're on. Feels like a trout here. Nope, I don't know. Trout or red? Oh, we got a red. Nice. Sweet. We got us our first redfish on the Mulligan, man. Nice redfish. Pretty silver guy, man. All right, send this redfish on back. See you, dude. Okay, Salt Strong family, you'll notice right here, I do start getting a strike. But as I feel that strike, I slowly let that bait start to fall back down, and then I get the hook up. There's a school over there. It's a whole school of fish right there. Another one on the slot machine, man. Right. That's 2 right there in the same spot. There's a school of redfish right there. There's got to be, man. Got to be. All right, another fish. Send them on. So about this time, I've identified where about the fish are holding at. So I put that mulligan right back in the same area, and I get another fish. There's a whole school right there, man. This is insane. Crushing the mulligan. A whole school of little pup reds right there, y'all. That's awesome, man. Just wearing these suckers out. It's number 3 right there in the same spot on the mulligan. See you, buddy. All right, y'all. So I know those fish are there, so I'm gonna see if I can get them to bite something other than the mulligan. So if you guys hear what I say right there, I'm actually trying every other lure that I have behind me. I rotate out every other option and every other rod. All right, so I've tried 6 different presentations. Haven't tried the popping cork. I guess I should, to be completely transparent, I guess. See if just a coincidence or if I am really getting only a strike on the mulligan. I've gone through everything except this popping cork, which has a Fred paddle tail. But we're gonna see if they'll hit this popping cork too, because they're crushing the mulligan. So we'll go back to the mulligan now, because I have gotten all my strikes on the mulligan and I've thrown everything else with no luck. Let's go, Bubba. Let's go. Let's go, Joey. Trout. Okay. I caught 3 back there in that point. They're stacked up around these points, man. With this high tide, south wind, these fish are eating. I'm on. Double up right here, man. Nah, man, I was throwing a custom one a little bit ago. Hadn't gotten a fish on it yet. So I swapped out for the paddle tail, and they've been crushing this mulligan, man. First one I got was on the skitter walk. All right, man, another one. Let's go. Joey's throwing the moonwalker. He just caught him a redfish. I'm throwing the mulligan. I just caught me a redfish. They are out here in full swing with this high tide, y'all. South wind. They're chewing. Okay, guys, I do want to take a break really quick to remind you that if you're interested in finding spots just like this one, or even knowing exactly where we were on this trip, all of that information is available in the Salt Strong community. You can use the Smart Fishing Spots app to find places like this, and we share the exact details of this trip with our insiders in the insider community. One of the great things about the app is it allows you to find oyster beds and seagrass, which are crucial to help you find productive zones when you're targeting these inshore species. So if you're interested in some more information about Smart Fishing Spots, make sure you click the link down below or visit us at saltstrong.com. Now let's get back into this action. I'm on again. There's a little school right there on this point. Send this guy on back. Another one, man. See you, dude. Back on. This is number 3 right here. Same spot. Back on. Got another one. All right, dude. At this point, I decided to make a change. I'd been throwing the mulligan at this point, but I'd found the fish were on the opposite side of the point. So I reached behind me for an Unfair Lures floating stick minnow, and I used that to float past the point. I worked the lure a little too fast the first time around, so the second time, I slow my retrieve down and I hook up. There we go. We're on the twitch bait. The Fitzgerald rod, y'all. Aqua Dream rod right here. I love throwing these Aqua Dream rods with those lightweight finesse baits or my spinner baits, anything with a blade. Man, they're just a really nice rod. Little guy right here on the old thread fin. Here we go. Unfair Lures, floating twitch bait. There we go. Might have some fish here. Okay. Okay, let's go. All right, man. Send this fish home back, man. Another beautiful redfish. Straight back to that point, too. So, if you guys can see this, we have a south wind, and the wind is pushing the current around that point. But we have an outgoing tide, so it's bringing the tide out past the point. So the wind and current are hitting right there and creating a little bit of an eddy, and it's kind of messing with all the bait there and turning it up really nice. And it's just making a great feeding zone for these redfish. There it is. There we go. As soon as it hit, got ourselves a decent redfish right here. Okay. Y'all, this is insane. This just goes to show you how good these Fitzgerald rods are. Oh my gosh. I love throwing these twitch baits, suspended baits, or anything like that. MR17, anything like that with these Fitzgeralds. They're lightweight, but man, these Fitzgeralds really have their use. And just as a testament to how great they are, I actually shut this rod in my truck door. It's cracked all down here at the bottom, torn up, broken. And I'm still out here wearing these fish out. You guys can't see it, but it's cracked right here all the way up to the handle and reel seat. and I'm out here still wearing fish out with it. I know probably shouldn't have brought it out, but I just wanted to try it. See how good these rods can really hold up even after they've had a little bit of damage. And I'm out here tearing these fish up. Fitzgerald Aqua Dream series right here, y'all. Crushing these redfish out here. All right, right there, y'all see it. Suspending stick minnow. That's the floating version from Unfair Lures. Seen a lot of fry bait out here, and this golden orange color really does well in this area, and it brought me this really nice redfish, y'all. Let's go. What a really nice fish on that Fitzgerald rod, guys. That rod is broken, it's cracked down at the butt section, but it still brought in this really nice fish. Throw it out there and give it a couple quick twitches, and we're on. All right, another fish. Send this guy on back. See you, dude. They're crushing it out here. That's 6 redfish I've caught off just this one point right here. Yeah, they're right there. Look, see them in that grass? Or not in the grass, but right next to it. Yeah, I'm gonna pick another one off right here as soon as I come around this corner. I'm on. I gotta go chase them. When fighting fish around this point, I had to make sure they didn't hang me up in the grass or hang-ups. This is where I caught 8 redfish in a row, right here on this point. No kidding. Now, as you guys can tell, the winds were obviously getting brutal at this point, so we tried to work our way around to a different area to get some wind protection, but we weren't successful. I'm not even pedaling, I'm flying, dude. All right, Salt Strong family, the day is done. As you guys can see, the weather has gotten pretty sporty out here and unfortunately run us off the water. The wind said it was supposed to be between 5 and 8, but these are definitely over 20-mile-an-hour winds sustained. So we had to get off the water, but we found some really good fish. All the fish were on the points next to the grass line with that high water level. But we'll discuss all the tackle and the tactics we used to catch all the fish in the post-trip analysis. See you there. Fish bump. All right, Salt Strong family, welcome back. That was a pretty epic day on the water with a couple members. Now, that was a short trip. That was only a few hours, but we had a phenomenal day. I will say that the most productive lure for the day was the Mulligan paddle tail. Now, that is our 4-inch paddle tail. That was rigged up on our Haas Helix weedless hook in the 1/8 ounce option. Now, that was the most productive other than the Unfair Lures floating twitch bait. Now, I was able to use that floating twitch bait to work around that point. The fish were sitting on the opposite side of the point as me, and as I was able to float that bait around the point, that was when I was getting my strikes. But again, the most consistent lure for the day would have been the Mulligan, and I do throw that in the Fred color. And the reason I believe that that is the most productive, and you even hear me say it in the footage, is I can see those redfish chasing the mullet that's coming by with that tide. And this Mulligan lure does a great job of actually mimicking the size of the bait that those fish are chasing. So this profile size does a better job of mimicking the bait that's consistently found out there and that those redfish are feeding on. So that's why the Mulligan in that situation was performing best. Now again, I was throwing that on my slot machine rod. That's our new custom rod here at Salt Strong, and it handles amazingly. You can cast a mile with that alone, but you pair it with the Mulligan and you can get some serious casting distance. So if you guys have any questions for me about this trip or any of the tackle used, make sure you leave those questions for me down in the comment section. If you guys are interested in some more information about smart fishing spots, or you want to know exactly where we found this fish in this area, you can always get information on that at the link below, so make sure you check us out there as well. And until next time, we'll see you on the water, and we appreciate you watching.